Good morning, everyone, to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke, together with Rev Yutaka Yamada. Today is Tuesday, the 5th of August 2025, or the 12th of June in the 13th year of Chongal. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chanji Champuninge, Chambe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 8. 천일국 주인, 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신의 일제 이상을 이루어 지산 천국과 천산 천국의 해방권과 속방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 8. Our family, the owner of Chongyulguk, pledges having entered the era of Chongyulguk to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. I'd like to share with everyone True Mother's blessing prayer that she gave on the 7th of May 2023. Beloved Heavenly Parent, for 6,000 years, Heavenly Parent, you have walked a strenuous course, searching for your lost children. Today, after the passing of that 6,000 years, many blessed sons and daughters whom you can embrace in your bosom have been born through the true parents on earth. It is an unprecedented occasion, not only in providential history, but also in human history, as you, Heavenly Parent, preside directly on earth today, as you have dreamed of doing, and especially on this land, over the blessing of more than 8,000 couples, good men and women and blessed couples here at the Peace World Centre and in 150 countries. When we consider that this is a blessing day that you, Heavenly Parent, are directly presiding over, we thank you, Heavenly Parent. We offer you our thanks from a heart of deep gratitude. Please remember True Parents' arduous journey. This will be the day of the dedication of Chongwon-gung and the Chongyul Sanctum, where we can attend you, Heavenly Parent. Our Heavenly Parent, we thank you. We offer you our gratitude. Heavenly Parent, please accept this joy and glory. I pray that all 8,000 couples who are receiving the blessing today will fulfill their responsibility. Let them guide the 8 billion people of the world to Heavenly Parent's bosom in the shortest possible time, so that they can become couples whom you will remember and be proud of, and in whom you will have increasing hope. Please grant them your wisdom and capability. We pledge that they will become proud, blessed couples of Chongyulguk, who will, without fail, accomplish their dutiful path as filial sons and daughters and loyal subjects in front of you, Heavenly Parent. And so please accept them with joy. In True Parent's name we pray and proclaim these words. Adieu. Thank you, and let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares this morning.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Today is also the beginning of the beautiful day. Let's offer the victory to our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. So thank you. Last night, myself and Levanston came back to Sydney. So thank you everyone for your support. And from tomorrow in Korea, the pure water assembly and workshop will be beginning. So around 10 second gen from Oceania and around 170 from Asia Pacific. Overall is estimate around 1,200 youth are joining the 21 days workshop in Korea, and also some is traveling from each country today. So please also pray and support for their great moment. Oceania side is Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, Solomon Island. Around 10 second gen is joining from today, going to Korea today. So let's really support well. Okay, so I'd like to share the activity photo. This is from New Zealand side. Thank you, our New Zealand brothers and sisters, for witnessing on the street, right? That is also great. Approach the people and I
Sorry, cannot see any picture.
can see.
No.
Okay, just a moment. Why something? How about this?
Still the starting screen.
Cannot see anything? Starting screen.
Just
See this?
now the picture, yes.
Okay. So thank you, New Zealand activities. So witnessing on the street, inviting people and testify our family federation and also through mother. That is also great. So guiding and sharing and also connecting to a movement. So this is missionary and blessed families. And also witnessing activity in the cafe. So inviting guests and also the education. So I have they are doing also preparing for the workshop and also lecture course. So those education is important. So continuously invest for all those things. So this effort and chanson is needed. So this looks good. This cafe is good cafe. So thank you, Rev Kenji and all missionaries, your investment. We believe many new guests is coming and also learning our Champumoron and also having parents and true parents. Okay. So thank you, brothers and sisters. And today is Tuesday, so we will have a breakout session. So after Fundokke, we will have a breakout session. So please join well. Okay, so thank you. So today let's continue to study the epic history of the chosen Han people of Korea. We will continue the marriage supper of the Lamb and the advent of the true parents. Yesterday, we discussed about the Korean War as the Holy War. That Korean War is important moment of the God's providence. So God's side and Satan's side totally divided and fought at that moment. In the end of yesterday, there was also a question, right? I think Mrs. Na asked about the bridge. So I got the information from the website and prepare something. I'm not sure 100% correct information or not because that the information from website, but you can see some atmosphere. So I'll share this one. The Hangam Bridge bombing during the Korean War. So a tragic turning point in modern Korean history. So it was also the meaning. Just I read. So overview, June 25, 1950, outbreak of the Korean War. So North Korean forces crossed the 38th parallel and launched a military invasion of South Korea. The sudden, full-scale attack overwhelming South Korea forces, putting Seoul in immediate danger. So you can see they didn't inform, just suddenly they attack from north to south, June 25. So this was the starting moment of the Korean War. And 27, just 2 days after 2 days already, this North Korean group are reaching to the Seoul, the capital city of South Korea. So, with the rapid southward advance of North Korean forces, Seoul faced imminent capture. The South Korean government and military decided to retreat south of the Han River. So that moment, because all army is attacking and try to take over all the area or land of the south side or Korean peninsula, it was serious things. That's why June 28, 1950, bombing of the Han River Bridge. So early morning, to slow the North Korean advance, South Korean forces bombed the Hangan uh, pedestrian bridge, now called Hangan Bridge. At the time, the bridge was crowded with refugees and South Korean soldiers and was destroyed without prior evacuation warning. So this was bombed actually by South Korean military, and many South Korean people are there, but they didn't inform them and just bombed. So you can imagine how serious at that moment. So at the time of the bombing, approximately 4,000 refugees and vehicles were on the bridge, with an estimated 5 or 800 civilians killed. There were only two bridges crossing the Han River at the time. This pedestrian bridge and the railway bridge. The bombing left a large number of military personnel and civilians uh, stranded on the north side. So you can see that moment when we read about the True Mother's Myanmar, mother said, just cross over. After that, the bombing was happened. But can you see the things? They didn't inform the people, but suddenly that moment happened. So if delay or if something happened at that moment, then also Turumada faced the danger, even there was possibility for mother to be lose the life at that moment. So those serious situation. So this is the old photo. You can see right side. This only two bridge. So Hangan Rail Bridge and also Hangan pedestrian bridge. So this one, many people are trying to cross the river. So only one things from north side and south side, and this is the rail bridge that the people cannot walk. So Hangang is Korean river is really long, and only two bridge are there, and only one bridge was there for the people. So bridge history, two bridges spanning the Han River, and strategic importance, military strategic point, and construction background, construction during Japanese rule. So there was those history. So critical factors for the bridge bombing. At the outbreak of the Korean War, these two bridges were the only means of crossing the Han River. The bombing was deemed a last resort to delay the North Korean army's southward advance. However, the lack of proper evacuation warnings and insufficient time resulted in numerous civilians casualties. So it was also happening. So this is the old photo, 1950. So bombing, detailed, and casualties. So operation timeline, sudden decision and execution. At 1:45 a.m. on June 28, the South Korean army issued the order to bomb the Hangan Bridge to delay the North Korean army's advance at 2:30 a.m. Immediately after Chief of Staff Cho Byung-dok and his party crossed the bridge, Colonel Cho Chang-sik of the army engineers ordered the bombing's execution. So execution problems, bombing without warning. There was no prior warning to civilians or South Korean troops crossing the bridge, resulting in casualties among refugees and vehicles on the bridge. The bombing plan was not adequately shared within the military, causing confusion. So, casualties and impact. At the time of the bombing, approximately 4,000 refugees and soldiers, along with numerous vehicles, were on the bridge. An estimated 500 to 800 civilians lost their lives in the explosion, with many more injured. South Korean military units and civilians stranded on the north side of the Han River were either captured by North Korean forces or forced to find other dangerous means to escape to the south. So the person who were on the bridge were killed also, and the person who could not pass this bridge were also captured by North Korea or even faced the dangerous moment in another way. So 4,000 refugee and military personnel on the round the bridge during bombings, and 500 to 800 are estimated uh, casualties. So you can see the photo. So that is the Hangan River, that bridge at that moment. So those things was happened. This is, sorry, the Korean map. I could not find the map so much. So currently, there are so many bridges like this. And Hangan Bridge is this one, red one. You can see the red arrow. So originally, there was only one bridge there for walking and one bridge for the train. So that one, then it was bombed. But currently, there are so many bridges now. So like this. This also a little bit different. This is the map for park. So anyway, those kind of many bridge. Then you can see Yonsang or Noryanjing. So that area, there was Hangan River. So if you visit that place, you can also see that. So Huksokdong side, the father's old house when he was studying. That was just beside of this Hangan River. So Huksokdong and also the Yonsan and also Seoul. So this was also the now main river. So I believe maybe Mrs. Na visited that place. So this is the current view. You can see this really beautiful. Already bridge was developed. So 1950, only two bridges. In 1960 to 1980s, the post-war recovery and modernization. So there is also another bridge was established in 1980s and present large-scale expansion. So more than 29 bridges are there. So I'm not sure really how many bridges are there, but if you go there, there are so many bridges now. So lesson from the Han Bridge bombing, humanitarian impact of the military decisions. So how important it is, even just maybe military. I'm not sure how many people decided to bomb these things, but how strong impact their decision, even kill how many hundred people's importance of the information sharing. So at that moment they could not share because just 2 days already North Korean army came to Seoul city suddenly. That's why they didn't have any moment to prepare and share the information. Even there is no phone, no internet, those situation. So important of the information sharing and true victims of war. So the Hangan Bridge bombing serves as an unforgettable historical lesson about the enormous cost when military decisions are made without considering their impact on civilian lives. So this was the history of Korea, and that much those serious moment. So when we read about True Mother's Myanmar, she moved from North Korea and South Korea, but that travel or journey was really not simple journey, almost life and death situation. And even one moment was missed or going the wrong way, there was the different result. They might be happening the different result. So that kind of environment, really mother overcame, and of course, God and Heavenly Parents surely guided and protected our true mother. That's why when we study about Korean War, we have to see the background and situation and how great moment it was. So we can once again imagine and also pray for that moment. So true mother was just how many years old? 7 years old. So even 7 years small moment, but mother passed through those dangerous environment, but overcame. So we can also remember those moments of our true mother. Okay, so we can continue our books. So Mrs. Na, please.
Oh, yes, I noted down there at the time of the print there were 29 bridges. And the purpose was so there's to secure the evacuation if there was ever another disaster. So yeah, I read at the bottom of the note, 29 bridges. Okay, a life of faith under heaven's protection. True Mother was born into a family whose devout life of faith was in preparation to meet the returning Lord. She grew up in an untainted environment aligned with heaven. After Korea was liberated in 1945 and the communist regime had taken control in North Korea, religious persecution intensified. People fled south to escape this, while remaining in the north to await the arrival of the returning Messiah. True Mother's maternal grandmother, Jo Won Mo, and Mother Hong Sune Daimonim maintained their absolute standard of faith despite religious persecution and were imprisoned for 11 days.
Thank you. This is the true mother's life course. So what kind of childhood moment she spent that moment, that time? She was born in 1943, but after that, you can see there was also war situation, divided moment, and also the true mother's mother and grandmother also went to the prison and moved from north and south, and also the Daegu more southern part. So when we see about her life, we can really recognize how many people are having this kind of life. So she just small age, 5 years or 7 years old time, already she faced and experienced those danger or suffering or unnormal environment. Please.
In 1948, Heavenly Parent guided these only daughters from 3 generations to escape from the North Korean communist regime and travel south. This was to protect True Mother and ensure that she could mature to the age when she could determine her own course in life. On the journey, encounters with both communist and South Korean soldiers brought them into imminent danger. Despite the perils of arduous journey, Grandmother Jo Won Mo, Hong Sune Daimonim, and True Mother would pause periodically and offer 3 bows to Heavenly Parent, even while on the road. Heavenly Parent protected True Mother, her mother, and grandmother on the journey south and guided them to meet Hong Sune's brother. True Mother's uncle, Hongsun-jong in Seoul. Soon after the beginning of the Korean War in 1950, Heavenly Parent again protected them as they evacuated from Seoul to Jeolla province, and then later during their return to Seoul. During the January 4th, 1951 evacuation, True Mother, not even 8 years of age, left for Daegu with her mother, then moved from Daegu to Jeju Island. There, while subsisting on an ascetic diet of raw foods, they maintained a devout life of faith. Later, at the invitation of Uncle Hongsune, they returned from the southern province and settled in Chuncheon, not far from the North Korean border.
Yes, thank you. So Uncle Hon Sun-jong. So this is the Uncle Hon Sun-jong. So the early time or childhood time, the mother could not protect by herself. So always heaven guided her together with mother and grandmother. So those environment are also the preparation of heavenly parent. So even environment looks like serious, difficult situation, but in each time, God sent the people and to let their mother or this family overcome. So 1951, their mother's age was just 8 years old, but she already had many kind of experience and overcoming. Please.
True Mother personally experienced the devastating reality of the Korean War. With these memories weighing on her heart, she earnestly prayed that humanity would not continue to suffer the pain of Cold War division and military conflict, but instead be able to live in a world filled with peace and love the fulfillment of our Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation.
Yes, thank you. So she was born in Anju, currently the North Korean side, and also came down to South. So she knew the pain of division. That's why she could really understand the meaning of the peaceful world and also the God's plan and God's hope, and also those meaning of restoring, creating God's ideal world. So through her life, we can see how she realized and overcome a lot of things. So the true mother's life in childhood time. 1950, entered Seoul Hyochan Elementary School. In 1954, Jeju Senior Elementary School. So currently Hyodon Elementary School. In 1955, Chuncheon Bongwi Elementary School. So moving like this. In 1956, entered Seoul Sonjong Girls Middle School. In 1959, entered Songsim Songmo Girls High School. So even in her school life, she changed many kind of school and many kind of cities. So we can see this photo to the mother's early time. And she studied continuously, even school was changed. So the climax of the Hanminjok's providential history. Hanminjok is the Korean Han people. It's providential history, manifestation of true parents. So maybe Mrs. Na, please read.
Yes. Among the Hanminjok chosen people, born as the only begotten daughter of God, manifestation of the returning Messiah, accomplished the marriage supper of the Lamb, the purpose of the second coming, completed the ideal of true parents revealed in the scriptures, To proclaim true parents and to give birth to true parents, we were raised as the chosen people. 250101 Chonjong Hun. Palsum. This appears to be a date and a reference to a speech or message from Chonjong-gung.
Yes, thank you. 250101 is January 1st, 2025. So this message was, this guidance was given by True Mother in Chanjangun at that time. Okay, so the unceasing life of absolute faith under heaven's protection. Heavenly Parent guided women of 3 generations to journey south in order to protect True Mother, so she could grow and make her own determination. Through they faced dangerous situations during their journey south, they maintained an absolute life of faith. So during their perilous journey south, grandmother Chowonmo and Temonim and True Mother regularly offered 3 full vows to Heavenly Parent on their path. So always respected and attended God and Heavenly Parent at that moment. And I think this is the last slide. True Mother, while personally experiencing the devastation of the Korean War, deeply emphasized with the suffering of people and their reality, yearning for a world filled with peace and love. So we can see True Mother really could understand the crying, painfulness, and the suffering under war. That's why how seriously determined to take over and fulfill God's will to restore and fulfill God's ideal creation. So already childhood time, even those kind of environment, but everything are also the preparing and also the moment of raising up experience for our True Mother. So we can see those life itself. So today we study also continuation of yesterday about Korean War and True Mothers, the movement from north and south, and especially early moment. So through learning our True Mother, we can see Heavenly Parent, how Heavenly Parent prepared, guided our True Mother through all lives. And now True Mother is here as the only begotten daughter and also Holy Mother Han. So we can once again understand and realize the heart. So today really great moment. Let's study continuously, pray, and also fulfill God's will. And I think before breakout session, also we can get some opinion or sharing if there is, then we can go to the breakout session. So anyway, thank you for joining today's morning K. Have a great time. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you very much, Rev Yutaka, for sharing and enlightening us about over 29 bridges and which one is there. And yeah, I was sort of surprised to hear that there was actually 2 bridges, not 1. I always thought it was 1, not 2. How come? Or I know it was only a rail bridge, but sure, I know obviously that meant trucks and tanks and that couldn't go across, but I wondered if they tried. I mean, would it have been wide enough, being a train bridge, for the trucks to get on? I'm just wondering how much of that bridge was used by the north to go south, the one that wasn't blown up. But yeah, so that's very, very interesting. And also I was very interested to find out about how they offered 3 full bows on the way down. I wonder, it sort of reminded me of Muslims who bow 5 times in a day. I wondered how many times that they did that in a day as they went down. Did they do it every day? Did they do many times in a day? I don't know. I wonder if Reverend Yutaka can find out how often they did the bows going down, because that was really something I was having an imagination of a walking pilgrimage from the north to the south that True Mother went, and the members to offer bows as they go, to experience the same. So sort of curious how many bows they did. Yeah, anyway, just thinking on that, as Rev Yutaka said, if there's anyone who wants to share something before, yes, Reverend Stone, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, good morning, everyone. That 11 days that Grandmother Hong and Demonim spent in prison, I was wondering, was Mother with them in prison, or if not, where was she staying? Who was she staying with? Anyway, it's just a question that came to my mind. Yeah, thank you.
I think in her memoirs, she used to visit them, take them something, and the prison guard would feel sorry for her mother, and yeah, and let her see um, her mother and her mother. Yeah, I remember she wasn't with them in prison, but she used to visit them
Yeah,
in prison,
I thought she was with her uncle, but yeah.
probably. Yeah.
No, that was story in North Korea. So because the Temonim and grandmother tried to stay, not to move to South Korea. That's why maybe stay with another friend or relative or the Christian group. But because of the police or this kind of imprisonment, they realize they cannot stay in North Korea anymore. So that make them to determine to go to the South Korea. So I think maybe some member there about Christian group or some friend, I think. Maybe I can check also. So basically that moment like that.
Thank you. If there's anyone else.
I can confirm it's a nice walk on that bridge with that island underneath. There's cafes but it's very quiet around there. It's a good walk.
Okay, if there's no one else, then I'll just open the rooms. Okay, and you'll be automatically put into a room, so just join. Give a chance to share. It's time now for us to offer our unison prayers. I'll just bring up the screen. Okay, so let's pray together. Thank you. due, undue. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Rev Yutaka, for sharing, and I hope everyone has a great day and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a great time.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye.